Virtually to wrapping up this project, I'm glad I was able to find the screws to put in this evaporator core, because these broke off. However, to get my whole unit back in behind the dashboard, they were like right next to the steering wheel, over to the right of the steering wheel. And once I removed my panels, there was a aluminum beam going across, and it had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. Like 4 were right on top of each other, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. There was like 1 behind this beam, and I had to unscrew those. My idea was to, if I got those loose, I would be able to pivot this whole bar that's going across and pivot it toward the center of the vehicle. I had to shift my gear all the way back to get it out the way so I have room. But once I got these screws out and all the little tiny screws, whatever was holding, once I removed the dashboard and the screws that were located under the dashboard that was holding the any plastic on, I took those out. Once I did that, I was able to pull this whole thing almost center. Then I had room to remove and insert my my AC unit, and it made it very easy to do. I didn't need to mess up any screws on this side, even though I took them out. But the screws that are along this side I had to take out, probably 2 here. But all the screws that were located on top of the dash that was hindering this top of the dash from moving out, I took those out. But once I did that, I just pulled on it, and this whole dash, I was able to push it center, just like opening up a door on hinges. Once I got everything back in place, I just maneuvered everything back, and we're going to get those screws back in place, and that's how I was able to accomplish this project. And also, before I did that, I made a little, right next to the steering wheel, there was, along the panel, there was a really thin, weak section of the plastic that I took my hacksaw and just cut a slit at the top and separated that. And there was a slit from the bottom section. I made a slit there, and both of these slits are not going to be seen. They can be screwed back in place, and there's a panel that covers both of these, so this is not even going to be seen. So once I did that, and I took and pulled the whole dash panel center, and it came loose. Okay, this is where I made a cut with my hacksaw in this little weak spot area, and another cut across here. This is going to be hidden when I put my panel back on, so that's not going to be seen. None of this, all this is going to be under the panels that slide over that. But I need to get something to reinforce that, to get that to close in, to be secure. But that's why I made my cut. The reason I did that, so I can I was able to take this whole right side and open it up like a door to be able to get my unit back into place. But I had to loosen some screws up in this area where it was able to pivot, like 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5, 6 screws. Get this whole area to pivot after I loosen the screws from the bottom here. So I wanted this acted like a hinge. Once I got these screws, there were 2 at the top and two at the bottom here. And I had to remove this one that was there. There was also one that was in the rear behind this aluminum beam. Once I did that, I was able to take this whole section and open it up like a hinge, and that made it easy for me. But I had to cut my wires. This one allowed me to swing it all the way back. I got it all the way back about here, so I had enough room to maneuver that unit back in real easy. I'm just clipping my wires here so I can reconnect them. It came from here, and they're color coded, so they're going to be easy to reconnect and put my electrical tape on there to take care of that. But the unit is back in place. Also, ended up breaking one of my vacuum lines that's coming from the engine compartment and into this area. But I got my repair kit here. I'm going to just slide it through there and connect the other side, and it's going to take care of that. I didn't remove none of my steering wheel, nothing. Didn't connect anything on this side. Just took off my instrument panel. I didn't want to smash it when I was opening this up, so I moved that out the way and cleared out all of this. So I'm in the process of putting this back together. Trying to make sure everything sticking through. They're supposed to be sticking, showing through. Evaporator core connection there. A drain hole sticking through. All the nuts, I just put these back on to hold it in place and make sure I don't have them tight yet. Just make sure everything's there. And my heater core. Make sure those two connectors are sticking out. That's where I broke my vacuum hose there. You're gonna repair that and stick that through. Reconnect all this and get my antifreeze back in. I'll go ahead and change my drive. It's gonna be another video. Then we're gonna put a section on there. These two screws broke off here. I was able to find these at Home Depot. I'm going to see if they're going to work. I screwed them in and they seem to go in, but I believe these are metric. But these seem to, the threads almost look pretty close. But I went to Napa and AutoZone and Ace Hardware. And at Ace Hardware they had some metric, but they were not long enough. And also Home Depot, they were not long enough. But I did find these, and they seem to screw in. So we're gonna try these and see how they work. These broke off when I was taking this off from this side. And I was told I had to go to the dealer and it was going to take 2 weeks to order them, so I didn't have time to wait, so I improvise here. Just going to connect it here with my AC connector here. This goes toward the firewall, facing the evaporator core. This part goes inside the evaporator core, and I'm going to put this right between these two pieces. This screw takes a different type of head than the one that came out. The one that came out with the star. This head is made different. Got all my screws back in place. Everything's reconnected. Got my electrical connector in place. Everything looks pretty good. The whole dash panel center, and it came loose. I hope that's going to help, but that's how I was able to accomplish this project. I love virtually 2. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.